Good morning, H2 Nation. Today we talk about travel responsibilities for coaches during out-of-town tournaments. We discuss the recruiting sites and what are all these pay-for sites anyway. And the H2 Summer Collegiate Showcase Series signups begin next week. It's showtime, baby. Hubba hubba. Good morning, H2 Nation. It's good to be with you back after our first snowstorm of the season. Today, as most of our teams begin to travel out of town, we'd like to talk to you a little bit about some of the things to be prepared for and what we prepare our coaches for in terms of their responsibilities. So, first question that came out was pretty solid. Here we go. Take it away, Anna.
Courtney writes, in the last club that my daughter played for, when we went out of town for tournaments, some of the coaches would leave the athletes and go out drinking with friends or go partying with people they knew in those cities. What is your policy for coaches on out-of-town travel with respect to the team responsibilities, and does the club condone the drinking of alcoholic beverages in the presence of the athletes?
Courtney, during the course of a year, or course of a season, most of our teams will travel between 2 and as many as 5 weekends during the season. And really, it is our expectation over those 5 weekends that each and every one of those coaches are fully available to the health and welfare of those kids. That's what we're here. That's what we're doing. This is all about the kids right now. So the 48 weekends that you're not traveling with your team, you're on your own. When you're with these kids, during those out-of-town trips, you need to be available to them. And that's what we instruct and tell all of our coaches. Okay? So that's our policy. And that's the way we feel that we're going to best represent not only the club, but all the athletes that are, that are part of our organization. Good? Great. Let's go, Anna. Where are we at?
Charlie writes, my daughter has received a number of requests from recruiting services indicating that they can help her get a college scholarship. How valuable are these services, and how much should we expect to pay on average to get the results that we desire and the exposure to colleges and universities?
Charlie, the recruiting game is still a personal game, and recruiting services provide some level of access to coaches for you. But what I would tell you, that it's still a personal game. From 15s to 18s, we put together a package for our kids in our club that are going to allow them to start thinking about this process and walking through it. But even if you watch the national championship game at Nebraska, the Ralston twins, they both committed to Nebraska at 14 years in the 8th grade. So it's getting younger and younger and younger. I would tell you that it's still personal, though. And I would tell you that with all the digital media and content, that coaches don't really want a big inbox in terms of mail. They want to have access to you, quick clips, short clips, and your kids' interest that will allow them to basically see what your kid can do. So a lot of that stuff you can do on your own with your iPad. A lot of that stuff of the format and structure is there. I would say to you, don't spend a lot of money initially, because I think that when I was coaching, when a lot of our college coaches that are currently in our club say, they want to hear from the kids directly, and that getting 200 emails from a recruiting service is not as effective as getting one message from your daughter saying that she's interested in your university and you can watch me on clips. For more information, we've got a ton of information on our website that talk about the recruiting process and the experience. Feel free to go out there, www.h2stlouis.org, to find that information as well. All right? Great. Anna, next question.
John writes, my family is starting to plan our calendar for the summer, and I was wondering if the club hosts any summer camps or collegiate level showcase camps where my kid could participate. And if so, when does registration begin?
Oh, yeah, baby. The college recruiting, the collegiate showcase starts next week. We're doing it again this year. Last year it was fabulous. We had over 100 participants. We had every major college division represented here, from Illinois, Notre Dame, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. It was fabulous time. So much so that we're going to do it again this year. We've got 8 courts that we're going to be utilizing. We're bringing in really some pretty significant people again this year. Have already committed. Most of our coaching staff that are coaching at the collegiate level are going to be here. It is going to be wonderful. June 6th, 7th, and 8th. Sign-ups begin next week. All the information will be posted on the website. You'll be able to see it come up, and you'll be able to sign up for them. Right now, you want to reserve your spot for this. This is some amazing stuff that we're doing, and it also ties nicely in with the recruiting process, because you'll get a chance to ask one-on-one questions. You'll get a chance to run drills and to get experience and get exposure to those folks that will be making those decisions about where and who and how and so on and so forth. So I'm thrilled about it because I get to participated in again this year. We're also going to run a middle school and a high school tournament, but all that stuff's coming out now. We've got all would love to have as many of you as possible participate, especially at the collegiate level, because we're doing some really great things, tying it into what USAV volleyball and what AAU volleyball does on a national basis as well. So it'll be pretty pumped. I'm pumped about it. I'm glad to have the opportunity to visit with you guys again. Oh my gosh. Have a great weekend. All of you guys having success. I'm reading all your blogs coming out. They're fabulous. You're doing some great things. Coaches, you're doing amazing jobs with your kids. Questions, guys, please send your questions. I need your feedback. I thrive off of your feedback. I want to know what's going on in your world so that we can help you achieve the results that you want. Have a good weekend. Go H2.